Hello folks, this is Ayatan Aja from inspiredtorise.com and today we have the InFocus M810 here with us for a full review of this device. On a first glance, the device looks great enough in hand. The back has a glass finish and the front is okay enough in hand, and here you have the speaker, just a single speaker grill on the bottom, and on the back you have the dual tone flash, and here you have the camera. And apart from that, you have the volume rocker as well as the power button on the left hand side. So the InFocus M810 has a 5.5-inch full HD IPS display, and the phone does feel a little bit bulky in hand because of the fact that the thickness of the phone is somewhat on the higher end. And on the right hand side you have the micro SD card slot as well as the SIM slot. And apart from all of that, the bands, the small black bands on the edges feel great enough. The front has a small hole for the audio camera microphone, and here you have the power button. The placement of the power button is really awkward as it's really difficult to always get your index finger up to here. And apart from that, you have the micro USB port over here, and here is the 3.5mm jack. So let us just now open the smartphone and show you insides of the smartphone. So on the inside, the smartphone has Snapdragon 801 2.46 GHz with quad-core 4 cores, and all in all, the InFocus M810 has a great specification lineup on paper, and it comes with Android 5.0.2 in Life UI, and the screen also in itself is pretty vibrant, and the back camera 13 megapixel is really great. We also did a specific benchmarks video. For the same, and it is already live on YouTube, and you can click on the below link to get to that benchmark video. Now let us just test the other features of this phone. So we will test 4K HD playback on this phone. We have a small 4K HD video over here, and we will just test it. So this phone runs 4K HD videos without any lag. So that's one of the great things. Because of the fact that this is Snapdragon 801, this much is expected from this smartphone. So it runs 4K HD videos without lag, and overall video, the full HD display works really great as is visible over here. Overall video quality on this device is great enough, and this is a full HD video playing right now. And the color reproduction on the screen is good. So that is one of the great things about this phone. Now let us just test the music playback on this smartphone. The speaker on this phone is only this one, present over here. So it does not pump out that much volume as much as you would want, but still it's okay enough. The phone is 156 grams in weight, and this is the maximum volume. This is the maximum volume of the smartphone. So the speaker is in front, that thing helps, but all in all, the maximum volume of the smartphone is not that great as so the camera of the smartphone is a back 13 megapixel camera, and the front is a 5 megapixel camera. And let us just show you some of the pictures. This is a picture taken with the beautify feature turned on, and so it cleaned out almost all of the lines on my face. And this one is the feature with dynamic lighting turned on, so it also feels good. This is a 13 megapixel picture taken in daylight. This one is without HDR, and this one is with HDR, so it is good enough. These are close macro shots taken by us. These also came out really good. This is the shot of skies taken really nicely. Some of the shots came out really well. The depth of field effect is great on the smartphone. My wall over here, overall clarity is okay enough, not that great as seen on many other smartphones. Low light performance is only okay, decent enough, not that great as seen on many other smartphones. So that was all for the camera review. The call quality is okay enough. On the smartphone, not really phenomenal, but it's good, better than other InFocus smartphones than we had reviewed in the past. So that's good. And the price for which this smartphone retails, it's in the league of the Mi 4i and other smartphones. And one of the major issues that this smartphone faces is overheating. The back heats a lot. So we would just show this to you. Let us just play one of the games that we have, and then we would run a temperature test to get you a fair idea about how much the back heats. The phone comes with a 2600 mAh lithium ion battery, Android 5.0 Lollipop, and apart from that the camera is good enough. It comes with a micro SIM, and let us just play this game right now and just start anywhere. So apart from all of this, the smartphone supports GPS, Wi-Fi, FM radio and all of that normal stuff, and it supports micro SD cards. Apart from that, it comes with a 2 GB RAM and the Qualcomm Adreno 330 GPU with 4 cores. So gaming performance is good on the smartphone, and all in all the performance is great. Let us just test this in a game. So please forgive me already for my dismal gaming performance. So right now I'm just trying to play it. Games are really playable on this smartphone because of the fact of the 801 chipset, but the back really heats up a lot. Even right now the back is really warm, and we will just play this for another 15 or 20 seconds, and then we would show you overall heating. So this is what you expect from me when I play a game. Woo! Another wreck. I really like to wreck things a lot. Wrecking ball. So this much is enough, and let us just show you the temperature right now. So it's 61 degrees Celsius. We even managed to get 75 to 81 degrees Celsius while we were playing Asphalt for a long duration of time. So I guess that is really bad thing. If you are planning on doing heavy gaming on this smartphone, we would advise you to not do it and stay away from it. Otherwise, apart from that, the whole smartphone is a really great deal for the price, 14,000, 15,000, the price bracket that it retails for. It's a really great deal, and the overall storage also, everything on the smartphone is great enough. For example, it comes with 5.0.2 Android, and it also comes with almost all of the features that people would want. Screen lock, you have other double tap to lock and other features also. And apart from all of this, you also get custom features, and the built-in sound equalizer on this phone was one of the best that I found. 10 over to reject call, how to use motions. So you also have a lot of motion and other features also. And you have a blue light filter which, when turned on, filters out the blue light from the overall spectrum of color shown over here. So you have a lot of options, settings, etc. on this phone, and all in all it's a really great phone. But who should buy this phone? This phone is for people who are looking for a great looking smartphone and who don't plan to game too much on this smartphone, because for every other use cases this smartphone would work really great. But for people who are intending to do really heavy gaming on such a smartphone, would find that this smartphone does heat up a lot, and during extended gaming sessions it would heat up beyond imaginable levels. So that's really bad on those fronts. But apart from that, this is a really great smartphone in the budget category, the Infocus M810. So guys, this is Aditya Najha from inspiredtorise.com signing off. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Stay inspired to rise.